Hey friends, welcome back. March is already here and it is time to set up my planners for the month. I don't do many setup videos because I'm not sure how interesting it is, given that my planning system is based on planners. I don't work with a blank journal that I adapt and where I do like my monthly and my weekly spreads. But I guess I hope for some of you this is interesting to see. If you saw the video where I showed you my mixed planning system, these two are my core notebooks for my planning. My Hobonichi A6 is basically my brain, and this is my planning companion. So I will be setting this up. It's going to be very quickly, and also these two Hobonichi weeks, but this is going to be, I think, a two-part video. The first part is going to be for these planners where I do like my main planning and my social media planning, and the second part is going to be for this memory keeping journal, because this usually takes longer. This is more like a creative process that I have been exploring during the last months and I have been truly enjoying. So I want to also share that with you. But before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notifications whenever I post new content. I make videos on planning, journaling, creativity, and productivity, among other things. So don't miss out, and let's dive in. Okay, so very quickly, I'm going to start with this one. My month, this is how it looks. There's already some events written down, because this is where I do like my forward planning. It's already there, and I just log events whenever I know something is going to happen. And this is how my dailies look. Here I track what I eat every day and my exercise, tasks, things for self-love like meditating, yoga, eating healthy, and doing my daily pages. And yeah, this really works for me. Here I'm covering some information that is personal and private, so this is not like usually there. And this is how it is looking so far. And the Gantt chart, I use it as a reference place, kind of like an index, but I don't write down what's inside of every single page, just the pages that have important information. For example, if one day I take my son to a doctor's appointment, I know that on that day I'm going to have the main notes in here, and I can reference here when that was. Also, when I pay bills, my period, things like that. That's how I use this part. So yeah, like here, this is mostly set up because I did that I do this by quarter, so you're going to see more action in here once April starts, because I will set up for the next quarter. But I use this part at the end of the month to write down the monthly highlights. Some things I do want to log here. This is my planning companion, so I go to my brain dump to see what I'm missing. So these are things that I wrote down in advance, maybe on January or February, because I just wanted to have them here already, and I knew they were going to take place on these dates. And on my brain dump, I write things that could take place on a specific month, but I have to check at the beginning of the month to see which things I will actually add to the corresponding month. So this one is already here, and Then I go to my long-term collections to see if I'm missing perhaps a birthday or an important anniversary. For payments, I don't log them here. I have a separate tab for the monthly payments in here. It looks like this. I'm not showing the months because the other months because I do have my actual payments in there, but this is how it looks. So I write down here. I have this flap that comes out. Oh, here it is, and it shows me when I have to pay what, and then I write it down here when I already do the payment. So that's that. And then for the I also have my weeklies. I've been doing them like this, where I have like the whole week and then a column for my to-dos, a column for my brain dump and notes, but some weeks I actually don't use it. That's why I like having it on a separate notebook. And lately I've been doing 2 weeks per page. So this week looks like this. Payments, some of my trackers. I'm checking if I would like to have them here, but I don't think I will continue having them here. I do like having them on my 1% planner. And I think I'm going to migrate some of the tasks from the past week. So migrated, and then this is going to take place on the 3rd week of March. So to do, someone asked me if the clips are comfortable on this size of the router file. They can be, like, I can feel it right here. When I want to write more comfortably, I do take the notebook out because the size of the clip is the same size as the A5 notebook, and it can be a little, I don't know, bothersome. So this is going to be kind of like my guide during the month. Here I will write the things that will take place on a specific date. So here's an event. I don't know if you can see, but I have the timeline of the month from March 1st to March 31st also here. So these are the first 2 weeks and the first 2 weeks, and I highlight the corresponding dates to that week. So this week I have highlighted here March 1st through 7, and I know that the second week is going to take place here from the 8th through the 14th. So this is where I will log appointments, and I realized it made more sense to have it centered, so that's how I did it here. I hope that's visible. Okay, so there it is. So the first week on the left, then the third week on the left, and the fourth week on the right. And this planning companion pretty much works as a reference book when I plan my days. So for example, I think for these to-dos I have logged, I think I can already assign some of them. So this one I can do it on Friday. And that's pretty much how I plan my days. I already have set up the whole month in here, and that's pretty much it. I mean, if you don't like your dailies, this could perfectly work as a bullet journal if you only work with weeklies. Because yeah, I already have the whole month in here. And I know I mentioned I don't like to set up my monthlies or my weeklies, but as you saw, some weeks are missing here, so when I don't feel like doing it, I don't, and my planning is not affected because even though I don't have some weeks in here, I did plan my days in here. I don't like my planning process to depend on me having to do this. Some weeks I just don't do it, and I still have a foundation to work with. Like as you can see, I still did plan my days, and there was a lot going on. That's probably why I didn't have time to do my weeklies, because I was already like very in the moment. So yeah, I know that when I don't have time to do this foundation is here, and I won't lose track of anything because this is here. So there's that in here. Here what I do is very minimal. This is my social media planner. I keep track of the videos I post and content and things like that. But in here, this is where I do my trackers. Let's go to the back here. So this is how my trackers look on January and February. It's been taking me a while to kickstart the year. I have not been doing very well with my trackers. As you can see, I have like chunks of time where I just didn't track anything. That's okay, that happens. I don't like feeling the pressure of having to do it like a chore or an assignment. And usually January and February are months where I'm very laid back with these kinds of things. By March, I'm hoping to see a more consistent log of my trackers. If not, I will reevaluate if this is something I want to keep doing. And I always do the layout with pencil because I always change things. Not one month is exactly the same as the previous one. I add things that I want to track. I take out things that at the end I didn't care much about. And yeah, this is something that should change, and it should be different because we're changing. We're not the same person all the time. Okay, so the way I'm using these trackers, they're basically habits that I want to work on and develop as part of my daily routine, and this includes making my bed every day, reading, writing, doing art, learning new things, self-regulation, doing yoga, exercise, and face yoga. So far, I'm super proud of how I'm starting this month. It's a huge improvement from February and from January. So this is huge progress, and I always leave space for notes in the bottom and on the side in case I want to note if something went wrong one day. I can just add the note or make a note of something I would like to change about this setup. Then I have food quality and sleep quality. I have found I don't track every single thing I eat, just the things that matter to me. So the things I want to completely avoid, I mark with a red dot. And as you can see, I did very bad on February. And this side, it was supposed to be blue, so I kind of messed up there, but it's okay. This side is things I want to eat more of because they're healthy and they go in line with my health goals, like eating things with probiotics, with collagen, and certain proteins. So these are things I want to eat more of. So seeing these dots here, that's a good thing. Seeing no dots in here, that's a great thing. And these are things, they're not good or bad, they're just things I want to track, like allergy medicine, ibuprofen, like when I took it, and make a note what happened that day. So along with this is the food quality rating. So like I said, I've been doing awesome this month because yeah, February and January I didn't really care about my trackers or what I ate. I just went with the flow. But now in March I'm back on track and I am doing really good. So my food, the quality of my eating these past days has been awesome. 5 is really good and I'm super excited about this. The funny thing is, even though I have been very mindful of what I eat, my sleep quality has not been very good. Like I don't know, it has been like very light sleep, the kind of sleep that has you waking up constantly during the night. So I have to figure out if this is related with what I'm eating or this is just me adjusting to, I don't know. I have to figure out what's going on with my sleep. So I will have to keep monitoring this and to see, like checking if I should change something in my diet to improve my sleep. That's why I have this space for notes. Once I see a pattern or a change that works or doesn't work, I make note of that. And lastly, I have my fasting. One of the things that has worked wonders for me has been fasting. Somehow having a small window of time to have my meals helps me be more mindful of what I eat, and I feel great. So this is a black dot indicates when was my first meal, and an empty circle marks when was my last meal. And I've been doing very good also because I've been staying inside the time frame I want to stick to. Again, for January and February, I didn't care much about my fasting. I actually didn't do it at all. So again, March is starting very good. And I've been tracking, I used to have like one of these charts with sleep, mood, and stress, but I've been changing it to the question, how do I feel? From 1 to 5, 1 being very bad and 5 being really good, how do I feel? I've been feeling really good these last days. I think it has to do in part with how well I've been doing with my other habits and my trackers. But yeah, I've been really liking this instead of the stress, mood, and sleep. Sleep, I have it on its own because I think it's important to see it next to what I eat. And how I feel, I have it like, it kind of includes stress and mood. So yeah, I'm really liking how this is working out. So hopefully by the end of March you will see a more consistent log of what I did during the month. And I talk a lot about this planner. You can see it on the video where I set it up, This is what I call my 1% planner, and this is where I track every small step or tiny progress towards my goals. That's why I decided to have my trackers in here. And over here I keep track of my progress with different projects I'm working on, with the books I'm reading, and it has been evolving. It started just like a daily log of the things I did towards my habits and my goals, and it has been evolving into more of a reading log or a reading journal where I track what page I'm in and a little like summary of what I read at the end of the day. And I really like doing that because it really is a good like memory exercise, and it helps me absorb more what I read and pay more attention. I don't know, I like how I've been feeling with this exercise. And yeah, I keep track of everything I read during the day, and I write notes, and that's all the green. I started using a different pen, so all the pages that have green ink is an easy way for me to see that this is when I changed how I'm using this 1% planner. And since reading more and learning are two of my top goals for the year and for my life overall, this does go in line with my 1% concept for this planner. Now the monthlies, I've been doing these 9 pillars to a balanced life. This is not my idea. I copied this from Joy to Life. She has some great videos. I strongly recommend her channel if you're looking for ideas on how to use your Hobonichi weeks. She has great ideas and layouts and spreads for these for all of the Hobonichi planners. So I copied this from one of her videos, and I've been changing my pillars to a balanced life. This means the pillars are things I want to keep an eye on, and like things that are important to me and that will make my life more balanced. So I have family time, personal work, trying out new things, helping others, writing, art, side projects, and wellness. For February, I added more things. So I have family, personal wellness, trying out new things, my wins for the month, good things that happened during the month, project, work, what I learned, helping others, art, read, and write. And I've been really liking this. So let's set this up. And I usually do this at the end of the month. This has been working as a kind of monthly review, and I used to be very bad like at the monthly reviews, like what I did, what I didn't do, but doing it this way really works for me. It's kind of messy, but it works, it serves its purpose, and I really like it. So that's it for these 3 planners. I hope you find this video useful, and I hope you found some ideas that could work for you. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get back to you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.